What's up, everybody? Skaters on baseball. I'm Schmitty with Christian Cooper, and look, we're pissed. And I got to be honest with you, shit fucked us up so hard we might change the name of this show. It's gotten to that. Like, if Patrick Bailey can't lay down a bunt, then I can't call my show Skaters on Baseball. So if you guys have good names, bring it. And now, popcorn, please, because we got the salt right next to me. Bring it.
My cup runneth over with justified rage.
Ooh.
Good Lord, what in the hell was that? We dropped the series to the Dodgers, which sucks. And it came at the hands of Dimple Chin Freeman and fluke hits and Spencer Bivens blowing it. But really, today was the Patrick Bailey game. And the reason why it was the Patrick Bailey game is because there was a pass ball earlier in the game. I think he had one hit early, maybe the hit to break up the no-hitter for Yamamoto. But I'm sorry, 10th inning, you can't get the bunt down with a guy on second. You're the first guy up. Come on, man. That's Little League business. Am I right?
Little League business. Yeah. I don't know. People are like, why didn't he bat left-handed to lay down the bunt? Why was he using a torpedo bat to lay down the bunt? Whatever the case may be, you just got to get the runner over. And then you got everybody up that you want. It's like, boom, dude, that Devers hit was 106 miles an hour. You got to give James Outman props. He played the ball great and made a great play in the warning track. But Patrick Bailey's got to be driving home going like, that's kind of on me, boys.
Yeah. And I think the most upsetting part is like they wasted that Matos home run. We've been waiting for that Matos to show up, right?
Yeah.
He gets his opportunity, boom, ties the game, one swing. Then you're thinking, we got this. We got this, right? All we got to do, we got more walk-offs than any team in the league. And, it's not that hard. And you just, and the Dodgers are going to be flying home and going to the All-Star game and being like, this one dropped the Giants behind the Padres in the division standings now.
That's right. Half a game.
So, yeah. And it's just frustrating. I mean, look, the game yesterday, they could not hit. They could not do anything. And they managed to squeak out one measly run to make it a one-run game. They were still in the game, but the offense was non-existent. And today, the offense was kind of non-existent, right? I grow very tired of the Giants getting 2-out hits, right? And the whole, I don't know, why am I on here today? I'm not here to completely shit on the Giants and change my whole tack, but frustrating series, man.
Well, I'll tell you what frustrated me from the get-go, because I'm 2 blocks away from the stadium, and I'm sick and tired of whatever's going on with people thinking they need to make money instead of root for their team, because 3/4 of the stadium is Dodger fans, and I'm not afraid to say it. Put that soundbite out and heckle us for the rest of the year. We deserve it. Like, what is going on with people? You can't sell your tickets. You just got to come to the Dodger game. If you don't know who you're selling them to, it's probably a Dodger fan. And to have that much blue in the stadium, it's ridiculous. You got Adames and Webb talking about it after the game. That's just feeding the Dodger fans the kind of stuff that we would love as Giants fans. Like, you're going to cut those audios and the radio shows are going to be like, the Dodgers invaded our stadium. Yeah, they did. And they're calling it NorCal Dodger Stadium now. Chavez Latrine is a piss stop. So of course they want to come up here, but come on, guys. You got Brian Murphy, KMBR's finest, scared to go to a Giants game because there's too many Dodger fans. Part of the problem, bro. You got to keep your ticket and go be a part of this. That shit wouldn't fly in Candlestick. Let's not let it fly just because it's in Soma now. Come on.
Wait a minute. Did he actually say he's afraid to go to a home game because of the Dodger fans that show up?
Yeah, he said it's too annoying. He can't handle all the Dodger fans.
Just another reason why I don't listen to those guys. You know, I mean, look, you're always going to have a bunch of tech bros putting their tickets on StubHub because they're not Giants fans, they're not real baseball fans. But the reality is, like, yeah, have some class. You're a real Giants fan. There's no way in hell you're giving up your tickets for a Giants Dodgers series at home. You got to be out of your mind. I mean, I'm sure now in retrospect they go, oh well, see, they blew it, they lost the series, they played like shit, so why would I even want to show up? Well, you know what? Part of the reason why they lost this series, not enough fan support. You can always chalk it up partly to that. I mean, you were there yesterday. Too much blue, right?
Yeah, I took some photos, and I'm not even gonna put them on because it's just, it's kind of like diving into the news after a train wreck. You just keep getting more and more pissed. I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. I think this felt like one of the most, I mean, they say 50-50, right? But I don't think so. I think it was maybe 55-45 or something like. And I was sitting on the first baseline, so it's like that's where they all were. So I'm
Right.
just like, oh, they're all right around me. Today we should have won. And
Yep.
and the silver lining, because you guys know I'm optimism.com. We played with this freaking team in LA and here. And the reason we're so frustrated is because we should have won the series both times. But the good news is they didn't blow us out. They didn't take their Ohtanis and Betts and Freemans and spread us all over the place. We were right there with them. 2-1, 2-1. These last two games were we got one hit the first 7 innings, and then they take their starter out and they show how bad their bullpen is. Tanner Scott has not been the same since he left San Diego. I don't know what's going on with him, but Matos, you said it. Matos comes up with I could see him rounding the bases going, this is what I've been waiting for. He came in and Elliot Ramos gives him a hug and says something in Spanish. And the Dodgers, all I'm thinking is, you did it against the Dodgers. That's what I bet he said. But, that moment's erased so quickly. And you're like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's up, Shardal? Maybe we'll let you on later. Right now, we got a vent, and I can't handle anybody else joining us right now. I'm sorry. I love you. But right now, me and Christian got to get this out of our bloodstream. So,
yeah. And yeah, that was a rough one to take. And, you mentioned that the Giants have played the Dodgers really tough and really tight all through the season series. Well, that's all pitching, right? I mean, the Giants, just the scoring and the offense just isn't there. Robbie Ray is keeping them in the game. Landon Roop's keeping them in the game. Logan Webb's keeping them in the game, right? I mean, this is why these are such tight games. And the silver lining here is that they're shutting Ohtani down, shutting Betts down. Betts was 0 for 4, right? I mean, come on now. Will Smith, 0 for 4. I mean, that says a lot about Giants pitching. And the problem is you get down into the bullpen, and like today, it's like you got some great bullpen pitching out of Walker, got some great bullpen pitching out of Rodriguez. You get to the 9th, and it's not a safe situation, and there's Doval, right? And Doval walks the first guy, and the first thought in my head is like, oh, this can't go south on Camilo. This can't happen, right? He works his way around the walk, gets out of the inning, figure, okay, cool, bottom of the 9th, let's get this done. Nope. You get the game tied and no more runs, and then it's just like when they prevented the Dodgers from scoring in the top of the 10th, you got to win that game, right? You just have to.
What's up, D-Logs? I don't know if you saw it, but it was tough, man. Here's what happened in my household. Okay, I'll give you a quick little recap. I'm laying on the couch. My wife and I had a nice day. We went out and did a lot of errands. So I came home and I'm just relaxed on the couch. I'm watching the game and I'm sinking into my couch because I'm like, man, no bats again, wasting Robbie Ray. And then all of a sudden, In the ninth, Matos hits a 2-run homer to tie it. And I'm like, I get up. I'm like, I just drink like a triple shot espresso with like a followed by a Red Bull or whatever you want to say. And I'm like, okay, but I'm cautiously optimistic because now we're going extra innings. And now they got that stupid ghost runner at second base, no outs. But we get through it. And on that third out, I put my shoes on. I'm getting ready to run down to the stadium with my free Ipe t-shirt that I got on, right? I'm
Yes.
getting ready to run down there and just celebrate as the buses pour out and be like, we beat you. Like, I'm pretty confident at this stage. Like,
Yep.
we're coming up with a tie game, and all we got to do is score 1 run. We got the guy at second base. I think it was Casey Schmidt. He's fast enough to score on a base hit from second. He's definitely fast enough to tag up from third on a fly ball to the outfield. And then it just goes south, and it goes south bad. Like, they didn't only score 1 run the next inning. They scored, now it's 5-2. And we're just like, okay, well, that was a gut punch.
Yeah. Yeah, the 1 run, you can stomach it, right? 2 runs, it starts to feel itchy, and the 3rd run, it's like, not the way the bats have been.
Well, especially with this team, right? Yeah, exactly. With the way the bats are going, you're like, oh, no way.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just had, the top of the lineup go through, so it's like now you're looking at the bottom of the order, and you're looking at places there's already not much production coming out of, on top of the fact the top of the order wasn't getting it done the last 2 days, and yeah, it just, yeah, I was kind of with you. I went from being like kind of flat and just, I was cooking lunch and fired up some jalapeno cheese brats, figured like, have a nice lunch. This game's kind of going lousy. And then Matos hits that home run, and the whole complexion of things changed for a short period of time. Now, I am curious, I'm not sure why Matt Williams didn't have Schmidt hold up, tag second, and go to third on that Devers fly ball. I mean, on TV, you could see that Outman had the route and he was going to run that ball down. Maybe it looked different from the third base coach's box, but I don't know. You only got 1 out there. If you can get Schmidt to tag up and get to third, you got an opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. Matt Williams, I think he's touched the hot stove one too many times, and he's
well,
careful.
I think what happened, and I mean, I wasn't there today. These tickets, by the way, were expensive. And so I get it why these guys that have season tickets, I understand what they do. They spend a lot of money on season tickets, and then they'll take 1 or 2 of these big games that they can sell and make a bunch of money back to help pay off their tickets. I get that. I've done it for the Warriors before. And I see my friends are doing it for all these different things, and it makes sense. But at some point, because those people aren't at the game, they don't understand the magnitude of the shit.
Right.
And whoever's sitting next to those people at the game, when those people return, like next, I don't know, the Pirates are here or whatever,
You're gonna get
you
sweated.
got to scold these people and say, hey, guy, I don't know what you're doing, but don't do that anymore. I sat next to a Dodger fan the whole game. I don't want to do that anymore. And that's on you. So what if you got to ask the guy his zip code, his address before you sell the ticket, whatever you do? I don't know. There's enough people in the Bay Area that are going to buy tickets. So yeah, jalapeno cheese brats. Dude, I love the jalapeno chips too. I'm a jalapeno fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean this right?
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, to those people, it's like, sell your tickets to the Yankees series, sell your tickets to the Red Sox series, sell your ticket. You want to sell them to the Padres fans. That's better than Dodgers fans, right? I mean, you shouldn't be selling those tickets to any division rival, but yeah, anything but the Dodgers. I mean, dude, you go down to Dodger Stadium for a Giants series. How many Giants fans do you think are in the latrine? There's a few here and there, and they're all sitting there going, "Fuck, am I about to get stabbed?" because I've been there. I know what it's like, right? And yeah, see, Bobby knows. It's like nobody wants that, you know?
Robbie Dizzle. He got Willie Adamas autograph on Friday. I'm a little jealous. That was a nice pull for Robbie. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I think obviously the eras have changed since we played at Candlestick, but also the atmosphere has changed regardless of the whatever you guys want to call it. It got soft. Everyone says this or that, but that shit would not fly at Candlestick. I promise you. So we just have to come with a harder attitude, like this. And to be honest, it kind of starts on the field. Like Adamas rubbing shoulders with Mookie Betts and smiling with the other team. I don't want to see that when the Dodgers are here. And these guys are new to the squad, but they need to have a meeting with like Will Clark or something and say, "Hey guys, that ain't flying and it ain't happening anymore. These
Yep.
guys are your enemies when they're in our ballpark. After the game's over, you guys can call each other and do whatever you want to do.
Yep.
But when you're in our ballpark, there's no fun and games with the other team. You need to beat these guys." And that's the attitude.
Yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, I think that's part of Willie's personality is that he's friends with all these guys. I mean, they all respect each other. They're all superstars of the game, and so trying to keep trying to keep it just cool. But yeah, I want killer instinct. I want guys going for the throat. I want blood, man. I want blood. I want to see a 98-mile-an-hour fastball go right into that hole in Freddie Freeman's chin. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like not enough brushbacks, not enough. I mean, I will give the Giants pitchers a lot of credit that they paint really well and they get guys out without having to, put the fear in them. But rivalry of this magnitude, the longest running and biggest rivalry in baseball, arguably. Yeah, man, bring the heat.
Yeah, and Robbie, sorry, I'm going to disagree with you. He's a friendly guy and he brings a lot of personality, but that stays in our dugout. That's the camaraderie of our team. You don't want to be making the other team feel comfortable in your ballpark. The idea of a home game is home field advantage. The Giants have that with the bigger walls, the colder air, the wind, all the things that people complain about. We have the comfort of that. And so these guys are coming in going like, "Oh my God, it's cold." And the Giants, I mean, Kruko says it all the time. He's like, he's got to look at the guy and go, "Nah, this is actually warm," and make these guys uncomfortable. And when the guy comes over and looks at you to say hi, you just give him the stiff shoulder. After the series, you can call him up and say, "Hey man, good seeing you," whatever you want to do, but just not on the field, not in front of the fans. I don't agree.
Yeah, totally. And I see Jay's comment here. I agree with everything but the last thing, only because I'm going to take a guy at third base with 2 outs all day long over a guy on second base.
Hey, the shitters on baseball is the new, it's in the lead. Good one, Shardaw.
It's funny. So, yeah, I mean, look, the whole thing with the Dodgers fans, that's got to get resolved before the next time they play a home series against the Dodgers. If that's next season, look, man, we need to put together a Facebook group or some kind of stupid thing and get people to be like, if any Giants fan is thinking about selling their tickets, we're taking them. We get enough people together, we buy them all up, and we keep those blue idiots out of the stadium, man.
The other thing is, I mean, this is hella stupid, but like, does it need to get to this where it's almost like a nightclub where they tell you can't come in because you're wearing tennis shoes? Sorry, no blue in the stadium.
Yeah. I mean, the Padres kind of had it when they were like saying nobody could purchase tickets if they were outside the area code, right? Or the zip codes.
See, that was
So,
great. That
yeah,
was great. And
yeah.
maybe we got to do that just to like slow it down. I mean, I'm okay with the Dodger fans coming, but in abundance like that, it's just, ooh.
Well, and it's been getting worse every year, right? For the
It,
past couple of years.
It seemed like, I mean, there was one year where they had the banner out in the bleachers, and that
Right.
really bummed me out, but, it seemed like it was kinda, like, mid for a while, and then this series seemed like it was a notch above what it's been the last year or 2, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Babe Rocks, the Dodgers are the enemy. Always.
100%.
I don't hate anything more than the Dodgers. I've figured this out. For the last week, I was like, I think I hate the Dodgers more than anything else in my life. And I couldn't come up with anything. So I'm just going to go on record and say it's true.
Yep. Yeah, they're the worst. And look, if there's a guy who's an LA transplant, he's got a little boy and he was a Dodgers fan growing up and he wants to bring his kid to the yard. That's one thing, right? Because baseball's for family, it's for kids. I understand that. But when you got all these like, Vatos Locos freak show guys coming up from LA, it's big fat dudes and tattoos, and it's like they're sitting 9 wide in your section and spitting on people. It's like somebody got to put a stop to that, right? Do we need to bring back D-cell batteries and start getting feisty or
No.
what? I mean, Oracle's like they when they built the new ballpark, it's like they basically made it zero tolerance because Candlestick was the Wild West, right? And I'm fine with that, but like we just can't have those people there, man.
The other thing is beer prices double if you're wearing Dodger gear.
There you go.
Like, there's so much that could be done, but there's so much that won't be done. Shardall, let me tell you something. Senior is our new producer. He's working on a name for us, and he says, yes, if you come on, you can be on. So there's the answer to that. But I got a thing I want to do because this is just me venting a little bit. We're going to show you this little thing I came up with, which is the Tale of Two Chins. Who wore it bigger? I'm giving it to Freddie. I thought it might be Verlander, but Freddie wins the biggest cave in his chin. So I hate that dude too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shit. Where do we go from here? Are we on break now?
Well, we got All-Star break, and we did land. I mean, 13th pick, we got this kid, Gavin Keelan from Tennessee. He's an infielder. I'm not going to claim that I know a bunch about him, but the instant reviews that I saw social media, people are saying this was a great pick and Buster's cooking and all those things. So stoked on that. We're today was today the future game, and then tomorrow maybe it's the home run contest. Then Tuesday's the All-Star game. I think it works like that.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
I don't really care about any of that stuff. It doesn't really matter, and I hope that Logan Webb doesn't pitch, and I hope that the Dodgers don't get any rest and they get out there and do this the whole game. I
Yeah.
hope they go like this and then somebody throws their arm out and gets a Tommy John, but I don't care about that. What I do care about is Devers needs as much attention as he can get on this rest, whatever it needs. Is it massaging? Is it physical therapy? Is it just laying off, laying on your back? Whatever. Let's get this guy as close to 100% as we can. And then let's go into Toronto and just start out on fire.
Yep.
If the bats start producing, we are going to go a long ways, but we can't keep making these excuses about, oh, that sucked that like the pitcher did this or the defense did that. It's like you cannot win if you do not score.
Right. Right. And that those things become magnified when you're playing these super tight one-run games where there's not a lot of offense. Then we tend to put a microscope on a guy for a thing that happened in one inning, right? I mean, that's just nature of baseball. If you're looking at a 7-6 game, there's a lot of scoring. You're going to look at it as more of a team effort, right? So look, the Giants are still 7 games over 500 anyway you slice it as of the All-Star break. So I don't think anybody predicted that they were going to be up 7 games over 500 at this point in the season. Nobody I know, I thought they might be above 500, but not 7 games. Okay. So there's that. I mean, I don't want this whole stream to be 100% negative. It's just coming off a Dodgers series loss is tough to swallow, man.
Well, let's look at this. The record's 52-45, right? They're 7 games above 500.
Right.
So if you do the math, there's 66 games left in the season. That would mean they would have to go 27-39 to end up with 79 wins. So are they going to go 12 games all of a sudden under 500 just so that the guy on the other show can be right and say, I told you so? I don't think so. And I think something else is all the naysayers out there. How long does a team have to play above 500 before you stop calling them a 500 team? We're going into the All-Star break above 500, and we've been there the whole season. Well, if they didn't go 8-1 the first night, well, they did. And it's part of the fucking season. So, hello, we're above 500 all season. We're above 500 team.
Eric, they're a 500 ball club. Eric, they're a 500 ball club.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable with
Okay,
the
so
WNBA ball spinning on your finger. Come on.
yeah, the purple
Don't
and
give
black,
me
the purple and the black. They were showing the wild card standings during the telecast on Roku today, which was, Hunter Pence and a bunch of knuckleheads. And as of while the game was in progress, the Giants were a half game back of the Padres in the wild card. So now they're a little bit further back, but they're still in the hunt for sure. And yeah, I mean, damn, Hunter Pence ripping us off too. I couldn't believe it.
How's that?
I told you, I texted you about the whole Area 51 thing.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I don't think I was a part of that.
Yeah, he was. Somebody hit a ball out to Jung Hoo Lee, and he was like, "Yeah, that's Oracle. That's Jung Hoo Lee's out there. It's Area 51." And I'm like, "Oh, if I see Hunter, I'm gonna let him know. Hey, dude, we've had this going since he first signed. Come on now."
Well, let's talk about that. Well, speaking of Roku, because thank God we just bought a new TV a few months ago, and for whatever reason, on the TV has Roku in its like weird TV settings.
Smart TV, yeah.
So I had Roku after all.
Yeah.
But why do they need to be interviewing Matt Chapman while he's playing defense? Like he's out at third base and they're like, so Matt, let's see you like get down before the next pitch and like tell us about what it's like, man,
Well,
that's too much.
Because they're taking a page out of ESPN's book. ESPN
Yeah.
Sunday Night Baseball, they always mic guys up,
But usually in the dugout, right?
No, they
While
they
they're
do,
playing?
yeah, oh yeah, they do on-field mic guys. They did Willie Adames last time the Giants played on ESPN.
Okay. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, no, I think it's annoying. It's like the game is enough. I don't need to hear from these people while this is going on. I don't need extended commercial breaks so you can talk to Bob Melvin and Dave Roberts.
Because they're not enthusiastic about it. They're like,
oh, yeah, we got a game to play. We're trying to focus, and you're going to come stick a camera and a mic in my face. Like, I'm trying to see what's going on with my guy, right? So,
yeah,
it's annoying, And I mean, if you compare Apple TV games to Roku games, I think the Roku games are slightly better. But the difference in the screen resolution, the like Ultra 8K or whatever Apple does it in, like, dude, the resolution's insane. I mean, you can see inside that cleft on Freddie Freeman's chin. You can see the insects living in there, the little colonies and stuff. I mean, that's how good it is, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. See, D-Bogs, you're on it. I mean, they're trying to what? Like, fans don't care. Who cares? I bet if you ask 100 fans, nobody cares about that.
Well, after this, let's just call it a rough series. Call it what it is. Has your mind changed at all on what, let's say Buster is going to go out and make a move or two before the deadline? Has your mind changed about what the most pressing need is? Is it offense or is it pitching? Is it a bullpen? Is it an infielder? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I'm almost feeling like we need a pitcher bad because our fifth starter, but again, if we aren't going to score runs, we're not going to win. So we got to figure that out. I
Yep.
think almost as the most important part. And
Yep.
not for nothing, everybody likes to see a home run, right? People don't enjoy a strikeout nearly as much as they do a home run. So if we start scoring some runs, it's going to bring the attendance. I mean, whether it was Dodger fans or not, at least the stadium was full. Like, we had sell out all 3
Yeah.
games, but
Yeah.
yeah, tough.
Yeah, the energy when the yard's full, regardless of the breakdown of who it is, and it's a great thing. I think my priorities may have shifted a little bit on my wish list. Okay. The Giants have to be buyers at the deadline, not sellers. Obviously, they're 7 games over 500. They're in the playoff hunt. Like, I don't think Buster's going to sit back and be like, well, maybe we'll stand pat and then next year we'll go after Kyle Tucker. And no, I don't think they're doing that. I do think maybe the starting pitcher isn't as important now as a bullpen arm and a bat. And the reason I say that is the bullpen, you got 3 guys that are killing it. You got one guy who's on the comeback trail in there, and that's it.
We'll take them, Coleman.
That's it, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Miller's out. Bivens is no good. Tristan Beck can't be trusted, seemingly. Lucchesi was okay, you know.
Lucchesi did great tonight.
But
I'll tip my hat to Lucchesi. That
you
was
know what?
impressive.
One of the worst things about today's game, watching it, was when Bivens shit the bed. Scott Alexander was getting up in the bullpen, and they showed
Ooh.
it, and I was like, "You want to just add insult to injury? Is that where we're going with this game today? Because it could just easily have been like 8-2, right? If Scott Alexander comes in." So
Well,
I think a bullpen arm might be a really good thing to look at because those guys can be had for not much, right? You can get a quality pen arm for a pretty minor trade, right? Like you can give up just a prospect or two and get a good guy. A bat, a little trickier, but they need a spark, you know, and I like to think that Christian Koss is going to give him a little bit of a spark when he gets back, but it's not the bat that I'm thinking of, right? It
I
just
think
isn't.
I think once Devers shows up, and he is gonna show up, we just don't know, like, is it this week? Is it today? Whenever. Once he shows up, I think it's gonna change real quick. I think Adames took some time, and he's hitting the ball a lot better now. He looks like he's more, planted, centered. He's got contact. He's not swinging every time at that curveball that goes outside. But, Jung Hoo Lee and Ramos they've been not doing great necessarily. But here's what struck me today. And I don't call Bob Melvin out and do all this like I'm a better manager. But in the 9th inning, you got to bring, after you tie the game, extra innings, Dominic Smith needs to be at first base. He's much better defensive. Wilmer, like, shouldn't be in there, but I understand him playing first base because Devers can't play anywhere right now, so you can't have 2 DHs. But the minute that Devers is able to play first base, Wilmer should never be on the field again. He should only be a DH or a pinch hitter. And Dominic Smith, much better defense. And whatever, that play that Wilmer made where he threw it on the ground and Bivens couldn't get the hop, I think Dominic Smith would have probably done a little bit better on that play, and maybe
Yeah.
we'd only have been down 1 run. Still probably doesn't matter, but just seeing like the defense execution not tip top, this team needs to excel defensively and in pitching. That's their strengths. And obviously hitting isn't. So when they start fumbling defensively, like Elliot Ramos can't pick up a ball like in the outfield and those things, that needs to stop immediately. They need to be considered one of the best defensive teams in all of baseball. So these errors, Adames, whoever, like, they need to tighten all that up and concentrate. And whether it's the batting, taking that to the field, like they say sometimes, it's unacceptable. It has to tighten up.
Yeah. Yeah, that Flores play today was like, I don't know why you're one hopping it to to Bivens there. I mean, it just seems like what you couldn't muster like a throw in the air to him. And Bivens just looked like a deer in the headlights, you know. He gets to 2 outs and it's like, what happened? Like he just, oh, you're
Have fun seeing.
Bivens. That's what the problem is. So,
I mean, to be fair, Bivens did well for the first 2 outs. That one, who did he strike out where the ball came back? Was that Mookie? He struck somebody out looking, or no, it was probably is Smith, the catcher.
yeah.
And I was like, oh. And then Freddie Freeman gets a cheap hit, like a blooper to center field that was just, Jung Hoo Lee's playing on the warning track and couldn't get to it. Then it starts falling apart right there. But the first 2 outs, I was like, once you get 2 outs, you think you can get out of the inning without letting them score.
No damage. Yeah.
And when that doesn't happen, you're like,
Yeah.
and it just fell apart. I mean,
Well, and
so many levels.
And what happened in that inning is what has chronically happened to the Giants against the Dodgers. Is so many times the Dodgers didn't smoke a home run or hit a ground rule double or hit one off the bricks. No, it's these shitty bloop hits that just fall, right? They had 2 in that inning. And it's just like, oh my God, again, we're going to get beat by a Texas leaguer. Come on. Like,
so harsh.
I mean, I can think of so many times where the Dodgers has just gotten the cheapest, flukiest, crappiest hits and beat the Giants, you know? And it's like, okay, this says one thing to me. The pitcher's just not dominant enough to get around that, That's not baseball gods and luck. That's you need to be blowing guys away. You need to be setting them down and putting them in the box. That's it. So
it's tough. The other thing that made me mad, and I know it made you mad as well, is why does Ohtani get special treatment? Why does he get his own rule? Why does when he starts pitching and they pull him out of the game, he's still in the game? Like, that's called the Ohtani rule? Like, why?
Because he's the face of baseball. He's the cash cow. He's the golden child. I mean, how else can you get away with gambling $17.5 million, losing it, and then your interpreter gets thrown in jail for it? You didn't think he was going to get preferential treatment? Yeah, it's stupid. He should, if he leaves the game as a pitcher, he should be out of the game.
I believe it to be true. And just because, I don't get it. Pretty soon they're going to be like, oh, now, I mean, they did the stupid ghost runners for the whole league, but giving one guy the option to do something, I don't understand. I don't understand who thought that was okay, and that how did they even get it through the system to make it a legitimate thing? Like, okay, now we have the Ohtani rule because Ohtani's here.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's exactly one guy out of 30 teams full of guys. That's bullshit, man. It could have been worse, though. I don't know if you remember, but going into the season, idiot Rob Manfred was talking about wanting to have the golden at bat.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
So no matter where you were in the batting order, you could come up in the 9th inning in a tie game and you could put any one of your hitters that you wanted at the plate. I mean, why don't we just flush the whole game of baseball down the toilet at that point? What's the point? This is not like soccer. This is not, what? Come on, right? They're going to have like a golden ball too.
I mean, they're really trying hard because life has become all about numbers. It's like followers, views, dollars, all that stuff. So NBA, NFL, and then MLB looking up, they're like, we gotta do stuff. We gotta change this. We gotta make this more. We're gonna make it faster. We're gonna put ghosts out on second base. We're gonna make a pizza box for the bases. We're gonna put a timer out there like the NBA. This is gonna be great. All the people that love baseball are gonna leave, and then we'll get all these kids to like it's just like, come on, guys. Come on.
You know, listen, baseball's exciting enough. You can go watch Quick Pitch on MLB Network at night, and you can see all the highlights from all the games of that day. And I guarantee you're going to see a lot of exciting shit. You know, there's a couple of boring days throughout the season in the league where nothing exciting happened across the entire league. But 9 times out of 10, there's something. There's a walk-off. There's an amazing double play. There's an insane diving catch in the outfield. There's guys just pouring runs on, coming back from behind and winning walk-offs, all that, right? Baseball is exciting. I'm sick and tired of this. Like, they don't need to add anything to it. It's perfect as is. Well, imperfect because of the ghost runner, and the Ohtani rule. But aside from that, yeah. I mean, yeah. And I was reading an article too about the whole pitch clock arm burnout thing. People are finally starting to acknowledge that's an issue with all the Tommy John surgeries. That it's
really?
Yeah, that it's like
Putting
because
too much
everybody
wear on 'em?
well, everybody's been scratching their head for 2 years. Oh, we don't know why all these pitchers are suddenly blowing their arms out. And then, the big argument has always been, well, they're teaching these kids to throw too hard. And it's like, okay, some guys aren't built to throw 100, but they do it anyway. And yeah, their elbows are going to burn out. But I think the pitch clock just doesn't give guys their arm enough time to relax between pitches, So I'm not with it,
I think that I don't mind the pitch clock. I don't know if it's affecting their arms, but maybe the pitch clock needs to be altered a little. Like they just threw in 15 seconds, whatever it is. Maybe it needs to be 18 seconds. Like maybe they need to find a sweet spot where it's not going to cause all these injuries, but you can't just sit out there all day.
Sure.
Like some of these guys, especially like, who is it? Soto, or the guy at the box that he's digging his hole with his bat and he's getting out and put it like, it's like, come on, erasing that stuff is a good thing.
Well, no, I mean, limiting the timeouts, the step offs, the throwovers, you can do all that, but extend the time on the pitch clock a couple of seconds at least, I mean, the only time I really like the pitch clock is like today when one of the Dodger pitchers got called for the clock violation and it was an automatic ball, right? So, wow, Jay, it's TikTok. Yeah, mine came through on the Roku all day long. It was fine. No, somebody was saying they had to pay for it. No.
Luis Garcia windup was crazy before the pitch. Yeah. So, did you hear about this? This is, we'll get out of Giants baseball for a second to give us some breathe. The All-Star game, apparently, somebody wasn't able to go. I think. I forget who didn't go. They pulled out of the game, and the guy from the Brewers that's only pitched 5 games got instead of whoever they pulled out, they put him in, and Trey Turner just went off. So did JT Realmuto. It's insane. They're just like, this is a joke. What's going on? Like everything's followers, everything's Instagram now. Like you're putting a guy in that's only pitched 5 games into the All-Star. I don't know what's happening with all this stuff.
Well, it's the first 2 tiers of the fan voting is a problem, right?
Oh, okay.
And then like some guys, he's the phenom of the week leading into the All-Star game. Oh, we got to throw him in there because he's fresh in everybody's mind. I don't know what they're doing, man. I think even Skeens was bent out of shape about it, right?
Probably. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. There's a lot of players on a lot of teams that see a guy on their team as somebody that should have gone in. Like a lot of the Giants wanted Taylor Rogers to go in. So when this guy goes in instead of Taylor Rogers, it pisses off all of the Giants. And there's probably that situation on every team. And so it's just like, who the hell is, okay, great. Maybe he's the future, but he ain't now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Randy Rodriguez all year long has put up insane numbers out of the bullpen. 100% deserves to be an all-star, you know?
Tyler
Yeah.
Rogers.
And Rogers has consistently given all-star performances. But yeah, maybe he doesn't even care, right? You know, I saw some comment somebody made about like, well, yeah, if his brother didn't exist, he'd get in for sure.
Oh my
It's
god.
like, ouch, ouch.
Ouchie, ouchie.
So, so
Well,
how do they turn this around offensively? I mean, something's got to give. They got to get it going. I mean, I know Devers that the injuries is an issue, but yeah, it's just. I was losing my shit when Jung Hoo Lee was like hitting pop ups into left field. I mean, ugh.
I think, to be honest, this break couldn't have came at a better time. I really think the Giants need this a lot right now. You know, Eric Miller's hurt. Obviously, Devers isn't 100%. I don't know what they're going to do with Encarnacion, but I think he's getting ready to like do some rehab games. Whatever's going on, they just need that little break, I think. And to be honest, I know we're Giants fans, but the Giants have had a real crazy schedule.
Yep.
There's been a lot of night games before travel days, which not many other teams are doing. I don't see that very much across the league. The Giants have been continually playing a night game and then having to travel and play the next day somewhere else.
Mhm.
And that's, these guys are young, but it's still wear and tear. Like
Oh
it's,
yeah.
it's a long one. So I think the break's going to be good. I kind of like that not many of the players are going to the All-Star game. Nobody's going to try to get in the home run contest and, throw their swing out or whatever. And I think starting in Toronto might not be the best place to like come out of the gates, but hey, the Giants tend to play to their opponent.
Right.
So if they need to play tough against Toronto, I think they will. Um, it'll be interesting. We'll have Gosman facing his, forever giant. Gosman will be on the mound probably one of those games, and then everybody's favorite Vlad Jr. So it'll be an action, entertaining. I don't know if it'll be on Apple TV or ESPN or something one of those nights, but I'm looking forward to them continuing. We did well against the Phillies,
Yep.
and
Yep.
we did better. We did better than I thought against the Dodgers, except we didn't. Like we played with them, but we did make a lot of mistakes, which I didn't think we would make the mistakes, but I also didn't think that we'd be one-run games all 3 games. So I don't know. I always try to like I'll tell you, for you and me, I think this break comes at a good time. I'm
Oh,
ready to
absolutely.
like not watch the Giants for a week and just get this Dodger mess out of my system and
Yeah.
you know, but hey, we are right in the thick of things and we're in such a better position than anybody thought we'd be at the beginning of the year. So let's hold on to that and know that the best is yet to come. I believe it. I believe these guys are going to be better than they've been. And
Yes.
and the fact that there's, a lot behind us and not as much to go,
Right.
I think it's going to be really exciting. I
Yeah.
think these guys are going to gel. I think Devers and Adamas are building the camaraderie. Chapman's back. Like we haven't seen this full thing for a long enough time for them to really build the momentum, and I believe it's coming. So,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
I think the chemistry's there. And look, I mean, I hate to be the what if and the retrospect person about these things, but with a little bit of offense, the Giants could have swept this series.
Yeah.
They could have swept the
Absolutely.
series with just a little offense because the pitching was so strong, you know? So the offense needs to come up to the level, somewhere near the level of the pitching, and the pitching needs to stay where it's at, right?
Right.
I mean, these guys, all the trade Logan Webb people, Right? I mean, Logan Webb has been fantastic. Robbie Ray's been fantastic. Landon Roop pitched a hell of a game yesterday. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah,
He's
Landon looked great bounce back from his Chavez
when
Latrine
he faced him
performance.
before, yeah,
Right.
he and his whole philosophy. I mean, he came out and basically said it like he's like, I didn't attack him at Dodger Stadium. I was timid. I was like looking at him, going, "Oh my God, this is like murderer's row." So I was trying to be careful. He came out yesterday and he's like, "I'm gonna get all of you fuckers out." Right? Like I don't
You can
care.
tell he's a tough country guy. Like he's
Dude,
kind of got a little Bumgarner in him.
yeah, he's a competitor, and he's real soft spoken, but you can see the intensity,
Right.
and he's all business. And so he's been. I mean, I'm not surprised because the first couple times I saw him throw, I was like, this guy is going to be really good. And let's face it, he's really a rookie this year. So to be pitching the way that he's been pitching lately, it's amazing for a rookie pitcher, you know. So yeah, there's all that to remember, and just that a little bit of offense would have gone a long way this weekend. And once they start actually functioning that way, they could go on a tear, you know. And I don't put a lot of stock in streaks, you know. I don't think about winning streaks, losing streaks, whatever. Um, it doesn't. You don't really have to do that. Just win series. You win 2 games, you lose one. You lose one, you win two. You win one, lose one, win one. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, you've always said it, Greg. You're like, all they got to do is just win series, right? You just go for series wins. Sweeps,
That
who
should be
cares?
your goal every time. Like let's win the series, and if we sweep, that's great. But let's win the series.
Yep, yep, yep. So yeah, let's just hope the bats come to life, even if it's just a little bit. With this pitching, it doesn't take much. You know, and look, all they got to do really is just keep pace with the Padres at this point, because the Padres are really their only competition in the wild card.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's do it.
We gotta take some deep breaths and then figure this whole thing out for the final run. Yeah, we're what, half a game. So let me bring this up actually so everyone can see it. I like doing that. We don't do that enough, and I think it's fun. Even though I'm not the best at it, it takes me a little longer than your average bear. Okay, so where are we? Yeah. So the Giants are for the wild card. We got the Brewers, the Mets, and the Padres are currently your wild card teams, and the Giants are 1/2 game behind the Padres. So, I mean, we got the Dodgers, the Cubs, and the Phillies all winning their divisions right now. And do you think that's going to stay? Do you think the Mets are going to catch the Phillies, or how are you seeing this play out?
Potentially, the Mets could catch the Phillies. I'm wondering if Milwaukee doesn't fade at some point, because they've lost some guys. They're getting older. I mean, I didn't realize how old Christian Yelich is. He's been around a long time,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So, and I feel like their pitching is, so who knows? I mean, the Mets are strong, right? Like any way you slice it, they're either going to be the top wild card or they're going to overtake the Phillies. And the Phillies are strong. I don't think they're going to dump down out of the wild card. So, really, the Giants are going after the Padres. That's it, and they get they play the Padres at home again, or is it down in San Diego?
I think both.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's gonna be some real exciting ball in September. I think. I mean, we can bring that up too. Let's see. Go to their schedule because I'm pretty sure September is all National League West. Maybe not. Okay, Arizona. Oh no, that's July. My bad. September. So we got Colorado, St. Louis, Arizona, the Dodgers, Arizona, back to the Dodgers, St. Louis, and end with Colorado. So I love ending with Colorado. If we're right there, you love those last three at home versus Colorado. And this is just to show you guys, I don't know if anyone even knows about this, but the Giants every year start on the road opening day. And the reason they do that is they prefer to end at home. So they end at home and they start on the road. So you got the last 6 games of the year at home. And this is where it all happens to me. I mean, when you play the Dodgers twice in 1 month, you play Arizona twice in 1 month, and then St. Louis Cardinals that are right there in the wild card hunt. That's a lot of like intensity going to the finale, right? You're seeing the finish line, but you got all this competition coming in, and you could easily weed out some of it with a good run. And
Yep.
this is where I am predicting the Rafael Devers show really hits Broadway. I think he's going to do some magical things and some big things against the Dodgers for sure. I think he'll be in Chavez latrine and at home. And by that time, he's going to have his swing figured out. He's going to understand that this fly ball to right center is not going to work for a home run, and he's going to make the adjustments. And I really think this is a great hitter that we are going to see just get better from here on out the rest of the year. So if that comes to be true, the rest of the team is only going to, they're going to thrive, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah. And one of Devers' big things in Boston was just smashing balls off the green monster. He starts going oppo, he's going to hit so many home runs into the left field bleachers in San Francisco, because that's the one spot. I mean, yeah, it's short porch and right, tall wall into the cove. That's all great and dramatic, but he could just be smacking balls into left field all day long too. It's fairly short down the line,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to get good. I think running the gauntlet in September might be the thing this team needs, right? Especially if they're right there, right in the wild card, because that you can determine a lot about your destiny. And that those 2 series back to back, the Arizona Dodgers, that's a crazy run right there.
That is right, especially for like we. This is the first series that the Dodgers have played here, July 13th. I mean, April, May, June, July is the first time we see him
First
here.
home series, yeah.
And then the last month we see him boom, boom, boom. It's like
twice in a week, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be intense.
Yeah, yeah. So look, 18 days till the deadline,
For trade deadline?
Yep. And I'm hoping that Buster makes some early moves, kind of like the way he went with,
I'm sure he's gonna try.
going after Devers. I feel like I think he's got enough of a resume with how the Giants have been running this year that he can go to prospective trade candidates and other teams and be like, look, we got something going here, and we're not at all thinking about stopping. So what can you do for us? And there are probably some really, really talented players out there looking for a change of venue, and San Francisco might be just the right spot. I mean, obviously it's always going to be easier to attract pitchers, right? But the thing is, like, you find the right guy who wants out of his situation, you bring him to San Francisco, he could thrive. Field player, hitter. Hey.
Yeah, we'll see. 18 days. Whew. And what? 5 of them are the All-Star break.
Right.
So here's the question, I guess. Do they have a new player on their team going into Toronto? Is what we saw today their what is it, 26, whatever? Like, is that their guys, or are they going to make some adjustments and have a little bit of a different look for the second half?
I think it's going to stay the same for the time being, just because, I mean, there's not anybody in Sacramento you're going to be bringing up, and they're waiting for Cost to get back. I mean, I could see a bullpen change or two. I could see him, as long as we don't see Sean Jelly, right, somehow get resurrected. I think it's fine as is, So So I just, Anthony's asking, who would you get? I don't know. I
We
mean,
don't
is
know who's
is
available.
is Duran in the mix in the running for the Giants? I mean, look, the Padres have been hot to try to get him, and if that deal hasn't already been done, maybe he doesn't want to go to San Diego, or maybe the price isn't right for what San Diego wants to give up. I mean, what do you think San Diego can trade to get Jaron Duran, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know San Diego's they've got good talent in their farm and whatnot, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see does how long does it take Arizona to decide whether they're in this or they're going to start dishing out, cuz apparently everyone's checking in on Zach Gallen. That's the word I've been reading. So, if Arizona starts kind of dumping some guys, I feel like that gives us a little momentum, like a little like, okay, we really don't have to worry about them now. Now it
Right.
really is the Dodgers and the Padres.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see like people's moves. Like, are they sellers or are they buyers?
Yeah. Yeah. And Arizona, I mean, if they're going to be sellers, they don't have a lot to give. I mean, not so much they don't have a lot to give, they don't have a lot that is attractive to other teams. Like, I mean, look, Gallen's still a really good pitcher, but he ain't what he was, you know. I mean, it's like they're going to keep the two midgets and try to build around them. But what are they going to get in return for all these guys? It's the same predicament the Giants end up in, where it's like you got all these players, you got all these prospects, you got all these guys who are just sort of toiling away. It's like, what's the return for your trade, right? I mean, if you package Luciano and one or two other guys, what are you going to get back? I mean, I'm sure Buster has targets, and I'm sure he's got packages all worked up. And at this point, it's like, what were we talking about? Trading Eldridge for?
Who was that? Do you remember?
No, I'd have to. a lot's transpired since we had that conversation. We had this Dodgers series; it just kind of eclipsed everything. But
Yeah, I can't really
gosh,
remember, but the thing I'll just say about that is if there's nobody's off limits as far as guys like Eldridge, I think
Skeens.
yeah, I think it was Skeens. Good call, Anthony. If we can trade Eldridge for somebody who is officially doing it right now, I'll trade a guy that we hope is going to do it for a guy that is doing it. I think it's the same mentality with the Warriors. I see a lot of parallels there where it's like, look, we got Steph Curry right now, and his window is shrinking. It's
Yep,
now. We need to get it now. And I
yep,
feel like that with the Giants, like Robbie Ray, Webb, like the advice from Verlander and the bullpen being as good as it is, like this is a time that we can really try to just do it now. So
yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they really need to put their foot on the gas. I
Zoom
mean,
in, go back in.
it's when you come out and you sort of surpass the expectations. I mean, certainly the fan expectations, Buster's expectations might have been to be sitting 7 games over 500 at the All-Star break, because man, we're not going to be a 500 ball club, Eric. We're not going to be a 500 ball club, Eric. Right. So really, I mean, like, Buster's got a plan. I trust him, you know, and I think we're gonna have to start calling him Gerald Blockbuster Posey, because
Let Gerald cook. Let Gerald cook.
yep,
Hey, we're gonna put this out. If you guys want to see Shardizzle on the show, uh, throw it in the comments. We'll do the last 10 minutes or so with Shardal, because I don't know. I'd like to have a little comic relief. Uh,
yeah. Speaking of comic relief, we are seriously thinking about renaming the show, because, just to be perfectly honest, we don't talk too much skateboarding in here, even though that's the world we come from. But yeah, we're uh, look, I'll shamelessly say it. we want more followers. We want more action on YouTube, and the skaters thing just ain't pulling it, right?
I
So
got the word from our guy Glenn, and he's like, "You gotta change the name."
So something clever, something Giants related, and we're going to keep it mostly all Giants here all the time, unless there's something big happening around the world of baseball. We always talk about that. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about O'Hearn for Eldridge. I don't know about that one, but definitely like Screwball or Skeens. I could see, having like a third. Don't listen to the Canadian. I knew that. So I knew that was coming, and I was gonna bite my tongue, but there's some truth to a lot of these things, and we're just trying to figure it all out and like get better and grow. I mean, that's kind of like the idea, is to make people want to be a part of this more, and that will just stoke us out to do it more and more as well. So
Yeah, and we're still the same guys, even if the name of the show changes. So
yeah.
and we're not suddenly going to rebrand ourselves, because we are who we are.
But don't mind the Waymo patch on my shoulder. Sorry, guys. They said I had to wear it. Yes, kidding. Well, Chardal, I don't even know if you put any effort out, so maybe we'll have you on next time. Midgets on D-backs. I thought Andy Roy is a D-back. No, he's talking about the mustache mafia out there with what is it? Corbin Carroll, Alec Thomas, and there's one other guy, I think. Not McCarthy, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll know when they come. We'll throw that back out there. We'll probably make some good little graphic that we can have these little guys looking up. If the Giants make no moves, can they make the playoffs? Yeah, they can. Will it be easy? No.
Yeah.
Will a lot of things have to happen differently than they are happening? Yes. I don't know if they can make the playoffs if they continue to be up and like this whole, like, we don't score runs for a whole week, like that's not going to happen. If they're the team they have right now is a different team than they had the first half. Like, adding Rafael Devers is a really big deal. We haven't seen the fruit to that yet, but it's a big deal. We have a great hitter now, and once he starts clicking, this team is different.
Yep.
So I see them doing better, and I do see them making the playoffs. I predicted, I think, at the beginning of the year they would win 86 games, and I'm sticking to that, but it could be more than 86, but I think they win at least 86.
Yep. Yep. And look, like we were talking about when Devers first came over, my sort of goal state for Rafael Devers was going to be, number one, he was going to hit the hell out of the ball. And number two, he could be a guy who gives a lot of protection to Adames, Ramos, any other hitter in the lineup, to where, yeah, they're afraid of Devers, so now they're going to pitch to, guys in front of him, and I mean, it hasn't panned out because he's been hurt and he really hasn't been at his, the top of his game. I mean, everybody can see that. And it's not about him being fat, old, and shitty. It's about him being hurt. Physically, he's in rough shape. He needs the break. So, yeah, they got to make some more moves. It's a no-brainer. At minimum, one move, hopefully more than one move. So,
yeah, that might be kind of cool. What about black and orange blood? Something that's kind of got a little grit to it, that's tough, but it also breathes. What we want is something that breathes Giants. Like, you're like, okay, I type in SF Giants podcast and this comes up, because it's like, so yeah, I don't know. The McCovey Cove Mafia is interesting.
yeah.
Oh my God. I like Bailey's on the Move podcast. That could mean so many things.
It's on the move. Ruff is on the move.
Yeah, that's the original one, right? Ruff is on the move. Ruff is on the move. Okay, I've made an executive decision. If you can get on within 3 minutes, we'll give you some time, Shardall. But I'm winding down. I think Christian is too.
Yeah, yeah, that series took a lot out of me. Kind of
So, and I
feel
know,
kind of beat up.
we went to the farmer's market today and got some fresh ravioli and pesto and
Uh-oh.
some what's that good bread? Not parch
Focaccia?
focaccia. Yeah,
Focaccia,
with
yeah.
onion and stuff. And this guy's supposedly like world renowned. Like there's lines to get it from this guy. So I'm looking forward to our dinner tonight, is what I'm trying to say. How's your bear experience going? Where are you at with the bear?
Season 2, episode okay, the last episode we watched was the chaotic Christmas party episode with the complete freak out of everybody in the house and the mom and
Oh, that's
and
one of the best episodes of that I've seen.
and after that episode I was like, I don't think I can watch another episode right now. I think I need to let that
It
one
it
breathe.
it was
It
intense,
it
right?
was gnarly.
Yeah,
So
what's her
yeah,
name? The girl from Halloween,
Jamie Lee
uh,
Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis, she's great in this, right?
Yeah, she was so sprung in that whole episode, and just the chaos that was going on there, and dude,
Oh.
the fork was amazing.
Oh,
So
yeah. No, no, no. It's and dude, this season so far, I think we're on I believe we've watched 4 so far,
okay,
and and it's just so much emotion. Like
yeah,
it's good. It gets into your like, ooh, like you get your feelings come out, right?
yeah. That episode was kind of a shock to the system, coming on the heels of all the other ones. And what's crazy is I was so lost in the characters, I didn't realize it was Bob Odenkirk until about 3/4 of the way through the episode.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah, it was like, wait a minute, that's Better Call Saul. What the heck?
Rick Brown, you coming in hot with this one. 65 games left, 40 and 25. Uh, what's their how many wins do they have right now? 44? No, more than that,
50,
52.
52. Yeah, they're
Okay,
52 and
so
45.
I think they at least win 36. So 36 and 30 is my prediction. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's hear it for Shardizzle. What do you got, Shardall?
Hey, I'm a big fan of Scares on Baseball. I'm a big fan of you too. I think you do a great job covering Giants content.
Thank
Um,
you.
Tough loss for the Giants. They lose to the Dodgers 5-2. They don't. The Giants were going for the sweep, but the Dodgers halted it. But it was it was tough, man. I mean, we were gonna go for the sweep, but it looks like it didn't happen in the Giants' favor.
It was tough. Yeah, it was. I was out there yesterday, and we had what can we do, Shardall, to get these Giants ticket holders not to sell their tickets so that so many Dodger fans are allowed into our stadium?
Um, so yeah, this was a tough loss. To see the Dodgers take 2 out of 3 from the Giants in the 3-game series. I mean, to me, this was like gut punching. Like I'm a Giants fan, and this was hard. This was hard to watch. I mean, like I bet all Giants fans when they saw this were like, this is just like the most heartbreak. This is the most unsettling news everybody's ever gonna hear as being a longtime Giants fan and watching this team the ups and the downs.
Yeah. Well, listen, they got 6 more shots to beat them coming later in the year in September, Shardall. I mean, it's not the season series is far from over, you know. And I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but Greg and I both agree the Giants they played the Dodgers tough in this series. It's not like they got blown out. It's not like they were terrible. The pitching was phenomenal. It really just boiled down to needing just a little more offense, right?
I mean, like when you look at the Giants, I mean, their hitting has to improve. Like they have to improve on their hitting.
especially with runners in scoring
Robert
position.
Rothberg uh apologize me uh that came out wrong. I meant the Dodgers were about to sweep the Giants.
Uh-huh. No, we get it. It's just tough. Like, it's so frustrating to see Matos hit that 2-run homer to tie it up in the ninth and then have the opportunity to walk off. And you got Patrick Bailey, who already this week had that moment that everyone's still talking about, which was the stand up walk off inside the park home run. All he has to do is lay down a bunt and get Schmidt over to third. And then the big bats are coming up, which easily could hit a fly ball to drive them in, and we walk home with the win. And that would have gave us the series win. So it's super frustrating. It's nice that we're having an all-star break to kind of get it out of our system, and then we got to come out swinging next week.
I mean, as a Giants fan, I really wanted us to come out and get a win today over the Dodgers and take 2 out of 3. But you can't win every game.
That's right.
That's baseball. You can't win every game. You're gonna lose some games. You got to think it on a realistic point of view that you're not gonna win every game.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna lose some games. You're gonna play poorly in some games. You'll have to learn from it and move on. It's a life lesson.
They could have won that game today. They were right on the cusp of winning it. And look, I think honestly, if you look at the series, even though the Dodgers took 2 out of 3, I don't think the Dodgers were all that comfortable playing at Oracle against the Giants. I think they thought, oh, we're going to end our win streak or losing streak, and we're going to come in here and just smoke these guys. And you know what? How many runs did they put up in total? I mean, you take away the 3 that they scored in extras today, only scored what? 3 runs in the series. So yeah, I mean, I don't think the Dodgers felt comfortable, and that's good. That's a good thing because we get to see them later in the year.
I mean, as a Giants fan, every time the Dodgers come and play the Giants, for me as a Giants fan, it really worries me because I don't know what the Dodgers are gonna do. Like, this team is so dangerous and so strong, and they have so many great players on their team. They have Will Smith, they have Freddie Freeman, they have Mookie Betts. This team is dangerous, man. Like, you do not know what this team is gonna do. Like, this team can pull off a big win, and then Giants are like, what did we just see? Like, what did just go down right now? This is like hands down. Like, Giants fans are gonna be stunned if the Dodgers, take the number 1 spot in the NL West.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's probably a foregone conclusion that the Dodgers are going to win the division. But look, Chardall, Giants starting pitching shut the Dodgers down. They shut them down all 3 days, So look, it's not all bad. It's not all doom and gloom. I mean, yeah, this one hurts because we always want to just kill the Dodgers. We want to murder the Dodgers. But look, the starting pitching was excellent. Held the Dodgers down, and just need a little offense. That's all.
Dodgers game, it always makes me feel good when people are walking back home from the Giants game and they're saying "F the Dodgers" and that's echoing out throughout the ballpark. That's the greatest. I mean, that's like to hear Giant fans yelling that to the Dodgers and absolutely rubbing in their face and saying that to them. I can't imagine how much that makes me feel great to hear Giant fans just yelling that out loud, echoing it out throughout the whole ballpark, so all Dodger fans can hear how much of a hateful fan base they are.
Fuck the Dodgers.
That's right. No, that's for sure. But here's the one thing that I think we all have to hold on to. We should not be afraid of this team. When we see them on their schedule coming in, we know we can play with them. They're not going to come in and just run us over. we are right there with them, and we're just a tweak or two or a bad play that we don't have or one good play that we do have away from winning the series both times so far. So that gives me a lot of hope and also pride. The thing that, again, I've been looking at Twitter as we're running through the show tonight, and Bonte Hill put out the tweet is like, Giants fans should be embarrassed. Sounds like Chavez Ravine in there, and that's a sick feeling. It's a lot of people are talking about how much Dodger fans got into the game, and that energy can be felt. And I think as fans, we need to stop that, and that can help the team. Like if there's more Giants energy in there, the Giants might produce more.
Yeah.
I mean, like when fans went to the Giants and Dodgers series, um, mostly the stadium was a lot of Dodger fans. Like there was some Giant fans in in the stadium, but mostly there were mostly Dodger fans in the whole stadium. Remember, there was blue and white throughout the whole or Oracle Park.
Yeah.
Like most like that intimidates me a little bit. You know, to find that the whole Oracle Park is full of Dodger fans. Every
Yeah.
seat you sit in, there's a Dodger fan right next to you. You sit in another seat, there's another Dodger fan sitting right next to you. You walk around where you're buying the food, and then there's some people wearing a Mookie Betts jersey, some guys wearing a Freddie Freeman jersey, some guys wearing a Ohtani jersey. I'm like, what is stop with this? Like, this is like already like giving me. This is already starting to make me uneasy, and I see so many Dodger fans. That's even makes it way more uneasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just can't take all of these Dodger fans everywhere I see.
I agree with you, Chardal. I'm right there with you.
And there was a really heartbreaking news that happened when Brian Stowe was at Dodger Stadium. Did you hear about that? The unfortunate news that happened to him where he
Yep.
was wearing a Giants jersey in Dodger Stadium, and then he got beaten and he suffered a blunt trauma to the head. He had to go to the hospital. So that's why the Dodger fans get out of line in that regard. You know, he was just like a passionate Giants fan going to Dodger Stadium and watching a game, and then all of a sudden these people start beating him. Like he's you don't have to be you don't have to be afraid to go to another team's ballpark. You know, you're just here to watch a game of baseball. Just enjoy yourself and don't let these people get in the way, right? Don't let these toxic fans get in the way, right? You're not here to do it, right? The free America's a free country. You can go to wherever you want to watch baseball, wherever you want to go, wherever you want to, whichever team you want to support. And I think that was horrible what happened. And I'm glad um those two um those two people who beat Brian Stowe went to jail. I'm happy that those guys are in prison. You know that he was was a nice guy going to Dodger Stadium, and he got beaten. I'm like, Dodger fans really take it to the extreme level. I mean, like, don't take it to the extreme. You know, don't start cursing at other fans when your team lost, and then they start swearing and cursing at you for no reason. I mean, like, that's not how life works.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately,
Life is not fair, right?
yeah. Well, it does work that way for some people because they don't understand.
But but they need to understand that.
Yeah, well, you're going to have people that never understand that, right? That's just the way it is. I
Eh,
mean, listen, I've been in LA for over 25 years, Chardal. I only went to Giants Dodgers games at Chavez for first 4 or 5 years I've lived here, and just getting spit on and getting hassled and getting slapped. It's like, I don't really want to get in fights. I'm not afraid to get in fights. I just don't want to. So what it boiled down to is like, screw the Dodgers organization. I don't want to give them a penny of my money. I'd rather go down to Petco and see them play the Padres, where it's like people know how to act. That's all,
I mean,
and
like,
this guy
I mean,
EB in here is calling us babies and whatever. It's like,
this was a gut wrenching
whatever.
loss to lose to the for the Giants to lose to the Dodgers
Sure.
5-2 in game 3. I mean, it was tough to watch. I mean, it was not easy. Like I'm the biggest Giants fan, and I try and attend and as many games in at Oracle Park as I can. I try and support this team as much, but it looks like the Giants lost to the Dodgers because there was not that much fan support. Like Christian was saying before I came on here, he was saying there was not that much fan support.
Well, there's a lot of fan support, but unfortunately, you have a lot of the opposing team's fans in the house as well. And what Greg and I were talking about sort of at the beginning of the show is Giants fans selling out their tickets because they want the money, and they don't really, there's no way to control who's buying the tickets. So the Dodger fans are snapping them up, you know. And given the opportunity, look, I've been to Petco a ton of times. I've bought tickets, but now you can't get a ticket because the Padres fans come in strong and they buy everything up, you know. I mean, they were trying to prevent Dodger fans from getting playoff tickets. So, yeah.
And I don't know why fans are crashing out for no reason. I mean, like it's a game of baseball. Like, why are you getting mad over a game? Like, I know your team lost. Like the Giants lost, but there's no need to crash out.
Yep.
Like because there's no point in crashing out, right?
Yeah.
Wins you win you win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah, totally. Totally.
And then people are crashing out. People are throwing their TVs at the remote and breaking the TV and ripping their TV out from the wall socket and running their car over it and smashing the screen to pieces.
Well, Chardell,
Taking a hammer and breaking it.
what's the one position you want to see be improved on this team? I just saw these guys are heading to the All-Star game, by the way.
So I want to see I want to see the catcher position be improved.
You're right there with Christian. There you go. The backup catcher concern.
So I was when I watched the Phillies and Giants game, and I saw Patrick Bailey hit that walk off home run. I saw that all the Giants teammates ripping Patrick Bailey's jersey, and then he was wearing nothing. And Bob Melvin was saying in a press conference that Patrick Bailey wasn't wearing any clothes.
Oh.
Yeah, they did strip him down a little bit.
Like when I looked at Patrick Bailey with the when they ripped his shirt off and he was wearing the shirt, it kind of reminds me when I go to the basketball court and I see all these young players wearing the shirts with their like they're not wearing anything and they're wearing the tank top and then they're
Yeah.
playing basketball in the gym. Like they're just like shirtless, but they're not shirtless. They're wearing something on them. But it looks like that's what it looks like when Patrick Bailey was wearing his tank top after he was giving the when they were talking to Bailey after the game and talking to how he thought about the walk off home run, like how much it felt to the Giants when he was giving his spiel and take on it. He looked like some guy in the gym playing
Yeah.
basketball in the gym, shooting some getting some shots up and everything like that. That's what Bailey looked like when he was talking with the mic or after the game.
Yep.
That's what Bailey looked like.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
it could be worse, Chardall. You could be watching English Premier League soccer and these guys rip their jerseys off and they wear sports bras. They do. I'm not kidding. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of weird thing over there. They wear sports bras underneath.
yeah, for me, like as a Giants fan, like this team, they can't score runs with runners in scoring position. That's one thing that I am capitalizing and rehashing over and over and over again. It's
That's the
something
number
that I
one.
cannot take that. Like you need to be able to score more runs. Like some days they score 2 runs.
Yep.
Some days they score 3 runs. Some days they score no runs at all. Like
Yep.
0 runs. They don't even score a single run.
Right.
So that's just
that's
something
the
I don't
one flaw.
understand about this team. It's just this team is very, very inconsistent sometimes. They're a very inconsistent baseball team.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one flaw with this lineup is just the runners left on base and stranding runners in scoring position, situational hitting, And
And the one
you saw it today with Bailey not being able to get a bunt down.
and the
Like,
one thing that I don't understand about it is the ghost runner. in the extra innings, they should take that rule away. Like they should just take that rule for good away. I don't agree with that with the ghost runner rule where in the extra innings they put the one runner on base the rule. I mean, they should just take that out. Eliminate that for good.
Well, they do in the
I don't
playoffs. They
agree with
don't
that
have it
because
I don't like that
sometimes
one
that
either.
rule can be good. Sometimes that rule can't be good. You know the ghost runner rule
yeah.
where they
Well,
put the one
it
runner
gives
on the base.
it gives an advantage to the visiting team, Chardol, because they get an opportunity
But
to
then why would
score
they?
first.
But why would
That-
they do that? Like it's
I don't
just
know. It's just
what
they
kind
want to
of rule? What does the MLB make all these rules?
because they want to speed up the games. They don't want games to go
Pitch clock
17
violations
innings.
and speed
Yeah.
clock violations and
I mean,
all
look,
these
I'd
things.
be cool with a ghost runner in the 12th inning. Like play the
There
10th
you go.
inning
Yeah,
normal, play the 11th inning normal. You get to the 12th inning and there's still nothing's changed, then yeah, institute the ghost runner.
I'm
You
fine
can
with that.
I
you
mean
can
it.
still limit the games to, so many innings, but let the teams try to do it organically, you know.
I don't agree. Like in Major League Baseball, I don't agree why they're making all these rules. Like they're making this rule, that rule, this rule, that rule. They're making all these rules. Like what is
Yeah.
up with the rule making? I mean, you gotta tell me that.
I,
You gotta give me your take on it.
well, I think it did start. I think Instant is right. I think it did start because of COVID, and they were trying to like speed up the game and like not hurt the pitchers. It was all about like, at least from what they were saying, it was the pitchers. They didn't want them to throw like 16 innings. They wanted the games to be over quicker, and they didn't want the pitchers to have to throw so many pitches. So they came up with this concept. Now, I think what Christian said is right in line with what I was saying about the time clock. I think I'm okay with the time clock, but I'm not sure if we know the exact time that is the right amount. Whether it be 15 seconds, because that's what they implemented, 20 maybe is too long. Maybe they need to try 17 or 18. They just need to find the sweet spots there. And for the post game, I love the idea of no ghost runners for the 10th and 11th. And then if there's a 12th, then yeah, okay, let's bring a ghost runner in then. But let's give both teams a fair chance to win normally.
So what I'm really furious about is I voted all the Giants players in the All-Star game and then none of them got selected. I'm like, the only players that got selected are pitchers, Webb, Ray, and Rodriguez. You only got pitchers. You don't got no first baseman, nobody, no second baseman, no catcher, like nothing like that. Only pitchers. Like, what is up with that? Like, I think that they got this this was a scam. Cause the Giant none of the Giants players got selected. Selected every single Giants player. Yeah, I voted for Yastrzemski. I voted for Flores. I voted for Adames, Jung Hoo Lee, everybody. I voted for everyone, and none of them got selected. I'm like, what kind of bullshit? What kind of BS is this?
Yeah.
This is some bullshit. What is that? What is up with this fucking bullshit? This is some bullshit, man. None of the Giants players got selected. Only some three pitchers got selected. That's all.
Well, it's because their
This is
pitching
some
has been great.
Hey Schmitty, what are your thoughts on this bullshit? Giants didn't get any pitchers. I mean, they got some pitchers, but they didn't get any first baseman or second baseman. Do you think this is a bunch of bullshit?
Well,
I don't swear on the show that much, but today I'm fired up, so I'm
yeah,
swearing more
you're
often than
sure all fired up, throwing some
throwing the f
bullshit
bombs
around.
on this
Yeah.
show.
Well, here's the thing, and we got to wind up pretty soon. But I think you're right, but I also see that like a guy like Elliot Ramos, who would probably have been one of the guys that you would have seen in the All-Star game, he started to dip down on the last month and his numbers kind of stayed stagnant. He led the team with 14 home runs or whatever, but then he just hasn't been doing it. And so when the voting came, people weren't throwing him in there. The other problem is LA has tons of people. New York has tons of people. The population vote is you're gonna see the teams in the cities that have the largest population get the notch on some of these players.
Christian, you know what voting to the All-Star game is kind of like? It's kind of like if you have a singing competition and you have 10 people who are entered into a singing competition. And then they vote everybody else, but then they don't vote the guy that was the best and he gets snubbed. Like, I was the best singer. I was the best. You snubbed me for all these other good guys? What is up with this stuff?
Yeah. Well,
Like, you get snubbed, man. You get snubbed because you're the best. You're out of all the people that got selected. You got snubbed because like they thought these guys are better than you, so they cut you.
yeah. It's just the
It's a
way it
bunch of
goes.
it's a bunch of nonsense and BS. That's what it is. That's what it really
Yeah.
is.
Well,
Really
listen,
boils down to.
Chardall, in the final summation of all of this, the All-Star game doesn't matter. What matters is the Giants' season and how the Giants
And
do,
everybody,
right?
but when people say about the All-Star game, people say that. I mean, it's definitely the All-Star game is definitely great to watch for publicity reasons because it shows all these players from the American League and National League, all the best players coming out to show their talents. I mean, it's a good thing to watch because you get to see all these great athletes from both leagues to see.
I think we're
It's a good thing. Like it is a good thing.
Chardal, your mic is underwater. We have to end the show right now anyway, but thanks for joining. Always appreciate
It
your
was
opinion.
great coming on the show. I'm a big fan of you and Christian. I'm at 430 subscribers. I'm on the road to 500. Also, make sure to click the like and subscribe button for Scares on Baseball. They're at 232 subscribers, so they're on the road to 300. So make sure to get them over there to that milestone. I love everything they're doing on here. Overall, tough loss for the Giants. They collapsed against the Dodgers by a score of final score 5-2.
All right, I gotta mute you. We're gonna have to.
We gotta get some more wins on the board because
We gotta run. The mic was just too much. My ears couldn't handle it. EB, thanks for chiming in. We can't always agree, and it is what it is. We're a little salty today. We're not always salty, but today we are. We take this stuff serious. It's pretty passionate thing for us. I'll tell you this, I haven't counted yet, but I probably have been to like at least 35 games this year. So I'm putting in a lot of time over there. I'm putting a lot of time in front of the TV when they're on the road. And yeah, I take this stuff serious. For whatever reason, I just get very upset when we lose games to the Dodgers and especially in a bad form. But we got to thank everybody for coming in tonight. We almost hit the giveaway number. We're getting closer, guys. And I appreciate Anthony for posting. If you guys want to post on your social media, try to get us some love. Greatly appreciate it. Once we get enough people in here, we are going to start giving away some cool stuff. We have like baseball cards, hoodies, hats, beanies, a bunch of different things. And I don't know, the more people, the funner it becomes. So let's shoot for that.
Yeah.
You tell a friend, I'll tell a friend.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for coming and showing and commiserating a little bit over the series, and enjoy the All-Star break. Come back, Giants get on a roll, start scoring some runs, start playing some offense. All's going to be right with the world.
Fuck the Dodgers.
There it is.
See you next time, guys.
Right.